It looks like a fancy metal beard.
Dude, there was no way. I had a board proposal.
light falls a quiet sand. You almost leaned in. Shadows move, skin to skin. Something unspoken. Will you let me in? You and I will always have that one night. Come morning light, we'll always have that sunrise. We'll always have